What's cracking? Welcome back to Studio B54. Don't know what that means, but we're here again. Just finished another movie and another review coming your way. I'm not a film critic. I'm not a film student. I am not a professional at anything, but I'm just going to speak my mind on the movie that I just watched. And the movie that I watched was 21. This movie, wow. The only thing I took away from this movie is it's not good. I mean, it's good to be ambitious, but it's not good to be greedy. That's the only thing I took away. This guy got the main character Ben. He got too cocky, Like he started off humble. He's like, you know what? I'm 21. It's about this kid who counts cards. Counting cards is a legal, not so legal way of making money, while betting 21. I don't know, 21, the card game or whatever. So you bet money. Your whole point is to get 21 points with the cards, I guess. And this guy is like a really smart guy. He's from like MIT. And he gets recruited by his teacher because he's really smart and stuff, And he's like, yeah, you know what? Like, we need someone like you. Because he's really good at like math and stuff. And at first he's like, no, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm a good person. This is illegal. This is cheating. This is that. And then he meets this pretty girl in the team, and he's like, maybe. But then he's like, no, it's still really bad. And he goes back to his old job and stuff. And at his old job, he just got a raise. So he started making $8 an hour. Mind you, our minimum wage is still $7.50, national minimum wage. So this is really sad still that some people aren't even making $8 an hour. Competitively, I guess, whatever, most places, the minimum wage is $15 an hour or whatever. I get it, but no. And this guy is like making like no money, and he has to pay for his schooling. He has to pay for his medical school where he's gonna attend. It's like $300,000 for the whole thing. And he wasn't able to get a scholarship, and like his mom tries to help him out, but his mom tried to help him out like $65K. It's a lot of money, of course. $65K is a lot of money for someone to give you, but at the end of the day, it's not even a third of what he needed. So the really cute girl comes in and visits him at his job. I think it's never specified, but I think that the teacher sends the student to go to try to seduce the other student to get into the job, and he's like, oh, you know what, like, you should join our team. Just come out one time with us and see how we do, and if you like it, you can stick around. If you're not, then you can leave. Homeboy goes. He ends up like making like $5,000 or $6,000 the first night he goes out or something, which is a lot of money. Like, still, like, if I made $1,000, if I made $5,000 in one day, that's a lot of money. So he falls in love with the counting cards, and that's when he gets in trouble, because back in Boston, he's not a nobody, like a no good nobody, but like he's a timid kid, he's a little nerdy. He's got no money. So then he goes out to Vegas, and he like starts experimenting with personalities. Like when you go into a new school or something that you're like, well, no one knows me. Let me be a little more emo, or let me be more preppy. No one's gonna know. and he got caught up. Like he got caught up on the whole thing. Like I feel like this is very, very, very like the whole Icarus thing. Like he flew too close to the sun. He got a little too full of himself. So when he started making money, he started buying a lot of like name brand stuff, and I think that's a problem. Like you get greedy. I know this is this really good quote that I like from I think it's Benjamin Franklin. I'm not sure. The okay. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. That's the quote. And like when you get too into it, that's when it becomes dangerous and when it can backfire on you. That's what I got from this movie. Like it's important to have balance, and especially be humble, which is kind of funny because I have this like glow in the dark thing that my girlfriend, she was my girlfriend at the time, she was my wife now, they gave me a lot many years ago, and I don't hang it up, I don't have it anywhere, but I think I should like put it in my background because I think it might look cute back here or something. Oh, it look cute. And it's always to be humble, and I think that's the problem with the kid. He didn't get humble until he gets caught. He gets caught by the security guards in the at the casino, and that they find out that he's cheating, and they beat the crap out of him. They beat him, and he's like getting beat. But this is before he took over the ring of the like smart kids to count cards, and when the professor left them. So because he was part of the group with the professor, like he was hanging out with the professor a lot, his school like was taken care of. So the professor would tell other teachers, "Oh, Ben is working with me, so if he has paper due, just like just let him slide, slide. Don't worry, he's helping me do some project," and he would get an A in the paper. So he comes back from Vegas defeated. He lost his money. He lost his teacher's money. So now he has to owe the teacher like $200,000. He lost the 300 and something $1,000 he had saved. He lost all his designer stuff. He lost so much. And he also got beat too. Don't forget, he already got him beat once he gets back to Boston, and he goes up to his girlfriend and he's like, "I need your help. I need to find a way to make my money back." So he starts devising a plan with her, and then he goes back to his professor and he's like, "Yo, dog, I'm sorry, I fucked up. You're the alpha dog. I'm a bitch." And the guy's like, "Well, you learned. So now, um, you're my favorite student again." And he's like, "I need your help to make money again." And he's like, "Well, I am the best at this, so let me help you." And he needed money too. He wanted to make money again because this is I think the total, like in one semester they went 17 times to Las Vegas, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot. It's like, I think there's, if I'm correct, I think there's 16 weekends and 16 weeks in a semester or a year. No, 16 weeks in a semester. So his senior year, it was his senior year. So 16, 32 weeks. Maybe like he probably went once a week, once every other week for the semester to Vegas to make money, and they would make. Well, I mean, they would make giant amount of money. So they go back for the last heist, and the teacher follows him, and they're like, yo, like, we have to put, like, wigs and stuff so that we look disguised. And they do that, and they're playing, and they're making money, and, you know, the whole thing is, like, to, like, hand over the professor to the guy that beat him up originally. Like, he's like the boss, like security guy boss or whatever. But I guess he's been wanting to like beat up his professor for many years, and he's like, well, I'm about to retire. You know what? I want to beat your professor up before I leave. That's my goal. My goal is to beat his ass. And they do it. You know, he turns him over. He doesn't get to keep the money. And he goes back to Boston. And when he's back in Boston, he gets to graduate. So that's a big story for him. He's like, woo. But in the end of like the last credit scenes or whatever, he's like, yeah, I messed up. I ditched his original friends. So his original like 2 best friends that he had in Boston, in MIT, he ditched them. He used to do like robotics with them or whatever. Not important, not super important. But they're dweeby looking dudes. And he's like, I ditched them, but you know what? I made up with them again, and we became friends. And we rekindled our friendship and stuff. And now they're helping me count money. No, they're helping him count cards. So he didn't learn his lesson at all. He's back to counting cards. He's back to making money. But, I mean, maybe he's not, like, doing it as aggressively as he was. But he still did not learn his lesson. I'm hoping he only did it to, like, he only did that to earn enough money to go to medical school, but I don't think so. I mean, you get used to that fast money real quick. So that's what I learned. I mean, I learned that, like, it's okay to be greedy, but just, you know, if you could be here, be here. You remember that. Remember the quote. Let's look at the quote. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. When you try to take it too far, people turn the other way. Yeah, being too greedy will ruin you. I think that's a lot of meaning in a lot of things in life. I think that's something that I've learned from my father, at least. That, like, you could be here. You know, live comfortably. So that's all I gotta say, really. Good movie. You kind of get tired of the guy because he gets a little douchey in the middle, like in the part where he becomes the leader of the ring. Because you're like, oh, this guy was cool. But then he's like, I got this. I'm the best. I'm the leader. I think you might have heard a firework right now. My dog heard a firework and he got scared. He's like, what? My boy forgets we live in the ghetto. Fireworks all the time. And I think the professor got too cocky. He didn't think anyone was going to ever, like, pull one up on him. And he just didn't get... It's implied that he got his ass beat. But it's also implied that... that he got, like, taken to the IRS. And, like, they're, like, going to, like, investigate him. So I'm glad for him. I'm glad for him, but I'm glad, like, he got some justice. The Ben dude got some justice. Okay, we're off. Comment, like, and subscribe. If you guys want any movies for me to like watch and review, let me know. I think I like this movie overall. Let's give it a score. Would I watch it again? Rewatchability and the score. Would I rewatch it again? I would rewatch it. It's not the first time I watched it, but you got to give it some time. I'm not gonna watch this movie again next week. I'll probably give it like 6 months to a year. Watch it again. Give it a score. 1 through 10. I'll give it a 6.7. 6.7 out of 10. It's okay. Has a good message. Don't be greedy. But that's it. Okay, peace. Catch you guys later. Comment, like, subscribe. If you have any recommendations, let me know.